We'll discuss about formula of fields. In the last session, I gave a quick overview of search layout. Now, what was the concept of search layout? When you click on the tab, which fields has to be displayed? When you are clicking on a lookup icon, which fields has to be displayed? When you are searching for any particular keyword, which fields has to be displayed? That is controlled by search layout. There are two more associated topics with that: page layout and record type. We'll come back to that point once you do the profiles, because we are controlling the page layout and record type based on the profile. Let me finish the profile topic first, then I'll come back to page layout so that you understand better. Now, remaining types of fields what we have are formulas. Formula is also one of the data type, like how you created lookup, how you created currency, number, percentage, like that. We also have one of the field called, one of the data type called formula, where the value of this field is computed or calculated based on the expression what you are given. You are going to define an expression. Based on the expression, value of this field is auto calculated. We have a data type called formula. The value of this field is auto calculated by the system based on the expression what you are given. If you go to the formulas, there are two types of formulas what we have: simple formula, advanced formula. When I say simple formula, we are trying to use data from the record, because the field belongs to a record. In the table, for every record, the value of the field is calculated. So, when I say simple formula, it will calculate the value based on the data available in the record. It will calculate the value based on the data available in the record. I repeat, it will calculate the value based on the data available in the record. It will use simplified arithmetical operators and compute the value. When I say advanced formula, it will take the data from the record, records parent record, parent records parent record, and so on. I can also, when I say advanced formula, I want to write a complex rule to calculate, where I will use the data from my record, its parent record, and so on. And also, we have some advanced predefined functions: date function, string function, mathematical function. By using these functions, we will try to calculate the value. Simple formula, advanced formula. Any formula that you write, let me show you. Any formula that I write, you have taken new formula. Next, if you are trying to write the formula, any formula that we write, the result will be checkbox, true or false, currency, date, date time, number, percent, text, time. The formula what we write is going to return you the result in the form of checkbox, currency, date, date time, number, percent, text, time. Checkbox, currency, date, date time, number, percent, text, time. Any formula that we write, result will be in this form. Any formula you write, result will be in this form. Any formula we write, result will be in this form, right? So first you have to decide what type of result we are expecting. Then you write your expression. Boss, this is the field. The value of this field we are expecting like this, for which I am going to write an expression. So define what type of result are you expecting. Then write your formula. So what type of results we are expecting? Checkbox, currency, date, date time, number, percent, text, time. I hope you are good. So before we go to the formulas, we need to understand some of the predefined functions what we have. So let me give you. So there are a lot of functions. We don't want to spend the time on each and every function. Frequently used functions will be covering up. Okay. Right. So first, I'll go with the date function. When you're going with the date, today, what is today? This will return you now we have now. Current date and time. All these are predefined functions. This will create instance of example. We're going to create date 2018 February 23rd. You want to refer to a particular date? We give date 2018 October 17th. Year, month, day. Year, month, day. If you want to refer to today's date, today, particular date, okay, March 20th of 2017, then we have to give date, year, month, day. I hope you are good with this. I hope you are good. Okay. Now, next we have month of date. If I give a month of date, month of date, this will return if you give a date, it is going to return you month in it. And day of date. So these are predefined functions. So similarly, we have year. So these are predefined functions. When you want to write the formulas, first we are supposed to understand a few of the functions which they are given. Right. Remaining two, I will show you. Straight away functions. There's nothing logic in that. The name itself say what they are. Okay. Go back here. I just gave a field name. What is the value? Date. I'm expecting the value in the form of a date. Next. Simple and advanced. I went to advanced. Date and time function. Now I'm giving check the syntax. Just see the value. Go to the loan. There are no customer records. So what is the formula we received here? Now it is expecting the value. Go back here. Date value. It is going to return you look at the format. Date value expression. There are two things here. One is going to convert loan new formula. Next. Date. Next. Look at the functionality here. We have date value. If we give expression date value, date time value, date value, date time value. Now here I'm going to give date value of I gave an expression format. Syntax. What is the value we received here? Now this is going to give you date from the expression what you mentioned. This is going to give you date from the expression what you mentioned. If you give an expression, that can be a date and time, or you give a string. If you give a string or a date and time, it will convert into date format of Salesforce. Similarly, if you look at this date time value, this will return year, month, day, GMT. If we give string format of timestamp, here I gave string format of date. There if you give string format of timestamp, it will convert in the form of date and time. What is the value here? Return year, month, day, GMT. Date value will convert the date into whatever the expression you gave, it will convert into date. that will convert into timestamp. This will convert into date, that will convert into timestamp. Okay. Apart from this, we also have, what was that? Hour. If we give the expression, if we give the time, which hour is that? If I give the time, which minutes is that? Which millisecond, minute? All these are what? Which day in the week? Is it a Monday or Friday in the week? Which day in the week? Year, weekday, today, time value. If you return the expression, string expression, it will give you time. Then second, time now, current time now. So, right, boss. I hope you are good with this. The names, no. Expression is expression is. We generally consider the Salesforce. You can say year, month, day. So everybody has some expression. Okay. So like that, some predefined functionalities are there. So we have a lot of other functionalities also. What was that? Date value. This will return date from the given expression. Expression can be string or date. This will give you date of if you look at this date and time. It will give you date time value. Convert into date time value. So like this we have predefined function, weekday. Expression. Do the time. Right, rest all the things we can just have it I just covered few of the functionalities here. Okay. Then similarly, we have other functions. Now look at the point. Is null of. This is one of the frequently used function. Is null. Now there are two things actually. Is null, is blank. When do you use null? When do you use blank? If you are trying to compare any numerical values, it is null. If you're trying to compare any string values, we will check blank. Blank is for text. For numerical values, we give null. If you want to compare any numerical value is entered or not, if you want to check whether any numerical value is entered or not, it is null. Like salary, age, percent, we will go with the is null. I want to check whether you have entered first name, whether you have entered a last name, whether you entered email, whether you entered a phone number. I will go with the is blank. Right? So is null, is blank. This will return true if the expression is. This is used for. This is used for. Is given that. So we are giving these values here. Now it is used for what? Numerical values. You want to check whether it's a numerical value is entered or not. Example. Is null of if the value of salary is now we have is blank. This will return this is used for text values. Example. This will return true if last name is not entered. So this is how we got here. Is null, is blank. Then we have if condition. If expression what was that? If the given expression is true, statement 1 will be given. If expression statement 1, statement 2. If the given expression is true, statement 1 will be written. If the given expression is false, statement 2 will be written. So if expression statement 1, statement 2. If expression statement 1, statement 2. So this is how we are creating. Now let us take some use cases here. Object. On the lead object. On the lead object, we are creating a formula field with the name lead score. What type of value we are expecting? Number with numerical value 5, decimal value 0. Okay. This is what? What is the rule we are trying to create? Rule, let us see. We give the condition. Look at the first one. First name. If first name is a blank or null, first name will be a string. If it is a string, we are going to take blank. If it is blank, 0 points. Not blank, 10 points. Email. Email is a blank or a null. Email is a text field. If it is a text, it should be blank. Phone number. Phone number is a blank or a null. Now, generally our phone numbers are going to be this is how our numbers are going to be. Is it a numerical or a string? A string. So we should take it as a blank or a null. Then again we need to go with a couple of fields which you know. We have taken first name, last name, then we have got email, phone number, then number of employees. Number of employees or else annual revenue. Number of employees. Number of employees is going to be blank or null? Blank or not? Number of employees are 5, 10. This is numerical value, so it should be null. Not entered 0, entered 10. Title. I'll create one field also. Like let's say age. No. Age. Or use standard fields so that you can also practice. What else fields you can take? Mobile phone or a website. Let us take annual revenue. Here, annual revenue they told greater than 0. If it is greater than 0, 10 points, 0, 0 points. So I got lot of inquiries, boss. When I got lot of inquiries, whom should I make a call first? Lot of students have made a call, inquired about the Salesforce course. Now I gave this data to my receptionist, asked them to call and get the details about the student, what they are looking for. You made an inquiry, you opened my website and made an inquiry. Now I made a data to my reception. I gave 10 student data, asked her to call. Whom should she start calling? On what basis she give the priority? Let us say there are 100 students who made a inquiry. Now she has to start from somewhere. Now how, on what basis she is giving a priority? Then what she will do, she will create some priority rule like this. If you enter the phone number, 10 points. Email ID, if you give 10 points. If you give her number, 10 points. Like that, she creates the points. Then based on the points, whoever get the 50 points, give priority to them first. Because the more data is entered, let us call them first. Get the requirement. Now we are giving a priority. Like this, I am getting a lot of inquiries. According to my business, I got a lot of inquiries. Out of these inquiries, I am making priorities. Okay, on what basis you are making a priority? Based on this field. If you enter the first name, 10 points, email, 10 points, phone number, 10 points. Whoever get 50 points, call them first. Next 40 points, next 30 points, below 30, don't call. Are you getting my point? So I want to apply some rule to scrutinize the leads what I have. For that, I am creating one formula field called lead score. Lead score. So basically, I want to identify whether these candidates have given required information or not. If you're not given required information, spending the time on you is a waste. Or else, I should ask my representative, call him, get the remaining details. Now you made an inquiry that you are looking for a course, you are not entered the course name. Then without course name, I cannot forward the corresponding data to you. So I have to make it. Then I say, boss, I cannot make a call to you. Okay, ask the reception to make a call, get the remaining data. Then we can start working with you. Are you getting? Right? Are you clear about this? To do that, I got this formula field. How can I achieve this? How can I achieve this? Now look at this. Go to the lead object. You will find field names. What we are going to use? Field. Always we are going to use field names. Go to the first rule. If what is the condition? Is blank of. If condition is first name is blank or not. If it is blank, true, give 0. Otherwise, did you follow the point? People who are very new to the development side. So this is the if is blank of first. If the first name is blank, it will give you true. If it is true, which value will come? This value will come. False. If the first name is blank, give 0. First name is not blank, give 10. Plus. If is blank of. If email is blank, give 0. If is blank of. Phone number is blank, give 0. Then I have if number of employees, how you give? Is null of number of employees. If number of employees is blank, give 10 points. If annual revenue is less than or equal to, okay, greater than 0. This is how we give. So this is going to give you what? Points. First one will give you 0 or 10. Second one will give you 0 or 10. Third one will give you 0 or 10. So finally the count we are going to get. Just copy this value. How do you create? Setup, build, customize, leads, fields, custom fields. Formula. Next. Lead score. Number. Do you want decimal points? Check the syntax. I give the formula. Check the syntax. Next. Next. Go to the lead. Open the lead score. We give the phone number. We give the email ID. We give the first name, last name. Annual revenue is not greater than this. So we got number of employees. Here we have a condition here. What was the condition? Number of employees they are not taken as by default value, they might have taken as 0. By default value, if you take it as a 0, by default value, if you take it as a 0, what will happen? It will not be a null. If they give default value, it will not be a null. So probably they might have given default value as 0. Okay. Then annual revenue. This is how we are getting the score. Right? Based on the score, I'll give some rating. 5-star rating, 4-star rating, 3-star rating I'll give you. Did you get this concept? That here they have taken number of employees as a 0. Default value they have taken as a 0, not taken as a blank. That's the reason I have not got the right value. Okay. Then if it is the case, what we are supposed to do? Here also I have to remove is null, then I have to apply. Because I want to use is blank and null, I just apply it. Basically the rule should be number of employees, okay, greater than 0, less than 0. Greater than 0 or less than or equal to 0. I hope you are good with this. Clear for everyone? Right, Amma? Any query with this? Have you followed? Followed or not? Okay? Sure. Right. Let us go to the right. So let us go to the next one. Now you created a formula, is blank, is null. My next condition is I want to check with image. I want to print an image. Now if I want to give, if you give a score, it is hard for me to identify. Instead of score, if I give images like 3-star rating, 4-star rating, then what will happen? It will be easy for me to identify. So I want to print the images. If you want to print the image, we need to understand the functionality called first image. We need to go with the image. Image, URL, so what will happen? This will print the image or print. If URL is not working, if the URL is not working, this will print. If the URL is not working, this will print error message. Okay. Before I go to this, I'll tell you one of the situation we encountered in the formulas. One of the issues I faced while working with these formulas. one of the while we implementing one of the business requirement, we had a tough time. Let me give you that scenario. Probably it will be helpful. It will be helpful to you. Initially, the same formula what I wrote. So it was an insurance application. Basically, we are working on insurance application. Then the lead score was calculated based on 8 fields. Initially, we created a pre-qualification. We had a information called qualified and the general pool. So when we are calculating the formula based on 8 fields, we are supposed to calculate the score. And the score will come around 85. The highest is the 85 and lowest is to get. Now they told based on 8 fields, we are calculating the lead score. Based on the lead score, we have qualifying of lead. The pool type will be defined. Based on that pool type, we define owner and qualification. So we are creating a formula field using 8 fields, and it was done. It is working successfully. Down the line, we have received a backlog to modify the lead score based on 16 fields. It's somewhere 13 or 15 fields we got it. I don't remember the figure actually. But the later on we got a requirement to modify the lead score. The formula what we are using to calculate based on 8 fields, that was supposed to be enhanced by using 13 or 15 fields. Then what happened? If we are adding 3 or 4 more fields extra to the same formula, we have added remaining 4 conditions also. We got a condition here. Already 8 conditions are running. 4 more or 5 more fields need to be added. We added 5 more fields. Then we started saving it. Then we encountered a problem called too lengthy formula. What is the error we encountered here? Too lengthy formula. Let me give you. Then we encountered a problem called too lengthy formula. But our requirement says, boss, the lead score has to be calculated based on the following rules. But when you are writing all the rules, initially it was only based on 8 fields. We had no problem with that. But later on, what happened? The length of the criteria have changed. When you are compiling the syntax while executing, what was that? They say, now while executing that, we received a condition called too lengthy formula. When we receive the too lengthy formula, but our requirement says the lead score has to be calculated based on all these fields. But when I am applying, it is saying the too lengthy formula. Then there is a limitation of the formula what we encountered. When you encountered that formula limitation, what we have done is, whatever the formula we wrote, we re-implemented the same functionality by using a trigger. So one of the concept, tell me one scenario where you encountered declarative didn't work for you in terms of formula. Tell me one scenario where declarative didn't work out for you, where you are forced to go for a programmatical. This is one of the scenario where I encountered. So if its formula was working, it might have saved almost 1 week time for me. Because adding only 3 more rules here, like if condition, compiling, deploy. Because if I do it with the formula, no need to test it, no need to write a test classes, no need to again deployment process will not, writing a class trigger, writing a test class, testing it, checking with the code coverage, then pushing it. All this burden I might have avoided it if the formula was working fine for me. If the formula just is a 2 minutes task, add 2 more conditions, compile, just upload them to the production. Because it didn't work out for me, I was forced to re-implement all this functionality by using a trigger. If I go with a program, I need to go for a test classes, test the code, test classes and everything, and deploy it. So this is one of the issue. What was the issue here? Too lengthy formula. This is a limit for the formula size. It depends upon the length of your expression, number of characters what you are writing. I hope you got my point. Right. This is one of the issue what we encountered while working with the formulas. Okay. I hope you got my requirement. Did you follow my issue? Right. Boss, sometimes you can speak also, boss. People, you can use your mouths for talking also. Right. So let us look at this. Yeah. Now we have image. Now what is this image? I am going to give URL. I am going to give a URL. When I give a URL, if that URL is working, it's okay. If it is not working, then I was supposed to print that error message. Now the question is, do you want to take the images which are given by the Salesforce, or you want to create your own image? You want to print the image, but what do you want to take? You want to take a dummy images given by the Salesforce, or you want to upload your own image? Let us take, I want to upload my own image. If you want to upload your own image, what is the first thing you have to do? Setup, build, develop, static resources, new static resource. Choose the image. Any images I have here? I create like a static resource. Click on the view file. You are going to a URL, right? Copy this URL after .com, whatever the URL you have, copy it. Now go to the formulas. How you create? New formula. Next. Text image. Every image is going to be in the form of text. Next. Check the syntax. No errors. Next. Next. Open the record. This is how we are giving. We are printing the image. How did you do that? Setup, build, develop, lightning components, static resource, new static resource, enter the name of the resource, choose the file, make it public, save. Once you save, image will be saved. Then open the file. What we have here? When you click on the view file, after the .com, whatever we have, copy it. I hope you are good with this, right? So that is if you want to take your own image. No, I am happy with the images what Salesforce is giving. We can go to the Salesforce and find out what are the images they are giving. Copy the URL, right? I'll give you. Create a static resource. What is the navigation we encountered? Setup. Lightning components. I hope you are good with this. Okay. Now let us go to the next format. We have a case. Let us go to the next one. We have a case, because I want to apply a rating. If it is a 50 5-star image, 40 4-star image, 30 3-star image. So when you have multiple choice, if it is 50, we have different URL. 40, we have different URL. So Salesforce has already given some sample URLs for you. Let me show you that fields. Salesforce given sample URLs. Salesforce has already given some sample image, because every time I don't want to upload, Salesforce has given some images which I am going to use it. Yeah, look at it. They have given some images here. Here, this image is for rating, okay, star rating. Now, what was that? I encoded here. Try to get this point. Now, I'll create one more use case. Use case 2. Object. Field. Format field. Field name. Read it. Then return type. Root. If it is 50, what we are getting, I want a URL. Which URL we have to get? It depends upon the this is what you get. Boss, if the lead score is 50, give me that URL, 40 corresponding URLs. So this is the format. If you get the URL, I can print that URL. So how we are giving, boss? Case lead score. Why I was taking underscore C? The field was created by us. If the lead score is 50, this is how I give. Now this will give me what? This will give me what? This will give me any one of the URL. What was that URL? Either it's going to give me 5-star URL or 4-star or 3-star or 2-star or 1-star. This will give me URL of the image, right? So go back to the fields, new field, formula, next, rating URL. What type of value we are going to get? Text. Actually, I require a URL, but formula give me only text. What is the field we have? If you don't remember the name of the field, insert the field, lead Lead score. Right. Check the syntax. Next. So this is going to give me URL of the image. This is the URL. Because the score is 50, you are getting 5-star URL. Now if I print this URL, go back. I want to print it. Now go back again. New. Yeah. Formula. Next. What is the value? Next. Image. What is the URL? Rating URL. We already got a URL, right? So I was taking whatever the URL we received, that we are giving. If it is not working, image not. So what did I do? I wrote a formula to get the URL first. Depends upon the score, you are going to get any one of the URL. Is it a 4-star or 5-star, whatever the image. Now whatever the URL we received, that image we are printing here. This is how we got. Now, based on the score, we got this URL. Based on the URL, we are printing. Right. I hope you are good with that. Based on the score, we are getting the corresponding URL. Right, boss? I hope you are good with this format. So, what is the example I have given? First, we got use case 2. First example, what I told, create a lead score. Based on my condition, I am getting the value called 40 or 50 or 30 or 40. Now, based on the score what we received, give the images. Boss, if it is 50, give me that URL. 40, 4-star, 20, 2-star. I give a condition here. Right. So once we got this, what do you want to give? Third use case. What was the third use case? Print the image. Object. Field name. Then we had rent type. Then we had what did we give? Image, reading URL. This is how I created. I hope you are good with this format. Clear for everyone? So we are just supposed to form the condition as per the requirement. As per the requirement, form the condition, use it. I hope everyone is good with that. Clear for everyone? Right, boss? Next, we have next field. Try to understand this. Is pick where. Now in the pick list, there are a group of values. Out of group of values, you are only supposed to select any one value. How do you know which value you have selected? I want to test whether the option what you selected in the pick list field is Hyderabad or not. We have a city, In the city, we have a group of options. In that options, you are going to choose any one of the options. In the pick list, we have a group of cities. In that cities, you are going to select any one of the city. Now you want to check whether the city what you have selected in the pick list, whether the option what you selected in the pick list field, is it Hyderabad or not. In the group of option, you selected any one option. Is that option is Hyderabad or not? I want to check. Then what I will give is Pickval city Hyderabad. If the option what you selected is Hyderabad, it will give you true. Otherwise, it will give you false. We want to check whether the option what you selected in the pick list field is the given literal. Whatever the literal I have given, is it the same literal what you have selected? I want to check whether the option what you selected in the pick list field is the same literal what I have given. Is it the same literal what I have given? So what was that? This will return true if the option what we have selected example. This is only applied for which field? This function work for pick list field. Example, is Pickval city if the option what we have selected in the pick list field if the option what we have selected in the pick list field city is Hyderabad, then it will run true. If the option what you selected in the city is Hyderabad, it is going to return you true. Is Pickval, it will check in the pick list field option what you selected is Hyderabad or not. You want to check whether the option what you selected is same as the value what I have given. It will give you true. Are you clear about this? Right. Now let us take one quick example. Use case 3. Now I have taken object. Now it is a custom object which you are supposed to create. Fields, existing fields, loan type, now we have a pick list field called loan type, field which you want to create, field name, processing fee, run type, currency, rule, loan type is education, then processing fee, other than education, this is the rule. So now we create it. If the loan type is education, if you have selected the loan type as education, processing fee is 1000, otherwise 5000. So it is a pick list field. How you write it? If is Pickval loan type. If the loan type is education. Is Pickval loan type is education. If it is education, 1000, Not an education. You just give a quick condition. Is equal, loan type is education, then 1000, otherwise 5000. Is equal of loan type. The option what is selected in the pick list is education. Then we have 1000, otherwise 5000. I hope you are good with this. I hope you are good with this, right? So is pick value of pick list field. The option what we selected in the pick list field is education. Then we are going to give 1000, or else it's going to be 5000. I hope you are good. Clear for everyone? Right. So we'll continue remaining formulas tomorrow. Anybody has any queries apart from what we covered?
What is the solution for long loop formulas?
Pardon me? Triggers. Now the alternative depends upon the requirement. Alternative, if you are encoding any issue, that depends upon the issue and requirement, we need to go for alternative. It is not a fixed alternative.
Okay. Thank you.
Satish, can I know how to access the notes for online people?
So already I have given username password. No?
I did not got it. I didn't check it.
Satish, it is asking verification code while logging that account.
It will never ask boss. Don't log into my account. Log into student account.
Okay. I mean, I tried student account.
Use cases when we have to do all the subject work.
Come again. I didn't get you.
We need to write the use cases when we have to do all these things in the real time, or they will be.
Your voice is breaking, Vijay. I'm unable to get you.
Yeah. Do we need to write the use cases in the real time, or will get the requirement from the?
You get the requirement. See, you get the requirement. Requirement documents will be there. Technical documents will be there, or else it is a minor one. Directly you get the backlogs. See, unless the owner of the product specifies what you need, we will not be implementing it. This is the username password. This is the username password for accessing the